Hey guys, and welcome back to yet another rainy day on the decidedly vanilla city server. We are here in our futuristic, modern-y, whatever you want to call it, city, and today we're finishing these damn roads. And it's gonna happen, and it's gonna be today, and what I want to I got a decent idea of what I want it to be looking like, and I'm thinking right here's a good way to show you guys. So what if we went ahead and did some gray terracotta like that, light gray terracotta, sorry, and we did light gray concrete. We're gonna wash over this with water, just as a heads up, and we just need to actually come in here and get in some water buckets and everything. So I want to do something basically like this, and here in the middle I think I actually have some white concrete over here that we could go ahead and just use. So let me grab this guy real quick. All right, perfect. So I wanted to go ahead and do white concrete powder like that and just kind of dot it in the middles. So we have these little one wide gaps, then we could raise this up and like that. And basically the border is going to be light gray concrete, just straight directly on the border. And we're going to kind of work our ways to make a little bit of magic happen and see if we can't get some cool stuff going right here with some cool lines and things like that of where all of our light gray concrete will be and all that kind of cool stuff. So I'm hoping we can come up with something nice and make it look really, really clean and cool looking. So we need to have something kind of right there and right there, and then be something like that. And I'm thinking that's a good way of doing it. But right here, obviously you guys can see that this doesn't look too great because it's all covered in, or it's all not. Okay, that's lame. I was like, oh, it's gonna cover everything, it'll be fine. No, it doesn't cover crap. Yeah, so it's gonna look like that in the end. Let me go ahead and figure this guy out right here. And that should be spreading everywhere. And that does not spread anywhere at all. Let's just do this. And maybe some of that. And some of that guy right there. But yeah, so this is the plan. And obviously I need to go get a bunch more white. And then beyond that, on the outsides right here, I actually don't have it on me, but I want to be doing layers of little stone half slabs. Let me go get some of those guys. I think we got some down here. All right, perfect. So we ended up having some, and basically what we're going to be doing here is bringing these stone half slabs out. And what I actually want to be doing is having a little bits of transition areas on these where it'll actually make sense for having some of these like areas where we can have the ups and downs and everything, getting it all working well together. Because if we did it normally, you'd notice that it would come up and there'd just be like a little half block gap right there. So we're going to avoid that by going ahead and doing it on these bottom two areas before it drops down. We're just going to lower it and level it out, and that should be totally fine. And then here we can actually, you know what? Yeah, we have to do that because if we did it farther forward, there'd be a gap right there. So I think that's probably how we're going to do it. And yeah, so this is pretty much what the road's going to look like now that I've said that a few times. We can go ahead and get all these guys in. This whole episode today is pretty much based around just trying to get a lot of stuff finished up. I've basically been saying we're going to get these roads in here for quite a while, and I'm thinking it's finally freaking time to do it. So yeah, it's something that we're going to be working on in most of today's episodes. So let me go ahead and get a decent section done here, and I'll be able to show you guys a little bit more of what I'm actually thinking. And on little bits like this, I'm going to go ahead and lean towards just using extra stone slabs just to make the shape of it turn out a little bit easier. Because you can see right there, if we didn't put that corner one in, it would be a little weird looking. So yeah, I will be back with you guys here in just a little bit. All right, so we put the stone slabs in before we try and put the water down. It looks much better, so that's awesome to know. And that's not working. Yep, there we go, perfect. Look at all that stuff. We got everything filled in here on these two little strips, and that's pretty great. So yeah, I'm gonna try and get this side done here, at least like that little face right through there, and I'll be back with you guys. All right, guys, so I'm pretty happy with how this is looking now. I think it's pretty cool. Obviously, I need to work on this side here a little bit more to get some more stone brick in here. It's looking a little bit skinny, but I'm really happy with kind of how that slope is going in general. And I think we actually need to get a little bit more stuff kind of placed down up here. And just more water, always more water. But it's looking pretty good. Next thing I wanted to show you guys is that my kind of plan right here for, wow, that spread very weirdly. Okay, that's interesting. Water mechanics are very weird. But yeah, so my plan is that I wanted to mix the road up a little bit more by being able to add different little bits and bobs here and there. I'm thinking iron trapdoors would be a good way of adding, like, I guess you could call like sewer entrances. I think a sewer entrance is a good term for it. So we're going to be dotting these here and there every once in a while, and we're actually going to be having a few over that side probably that we're going to attach buttons to and some redstone down below that you can actually open up from different hidden areas and get into like a sewer system or something. So I'm thinking every once in a while I'm just going to dot these guys in right here just so we can kind of have something here going on. And we'll do them on both sides. It's not really specific to that side. I'm just going to try and fit them in wherever there's like a big open gap. And I don't want to put a whole lot of them, and I guess technically they'd probably need to be like to a certain theme. And realistically, they'd be more in the center of the road, but I think it's going to be okay leaving them on the side, because I think if we put them in the center, like right here, that color difference is just pretty freaking extreme. So I think we're going to hide on the side with a bit of the darker blocks and call that good. But yeah, so this is kind of where the road's at right now. I got a lot more resources to be going and gathering. I'm actually out of stone. Of all things, I'm out of stone. I guess that's kind of what I've been forgetting to mine and gather up. But there's a lot of things in this server or in this world compared to our single player world that I'm like, gosh, I have like no freaking resources. In single player world, I have like...
Alright, so I ended up recording a bunch of clips with like little updates here and there and going all over the place and doing all this stuff and like, hey, look, we got all this thing done. And then I was like, no, we're just getting the whole thing done at once, and it's looking really cool. And we gotta go back and place water all over this guy with our handy dandy water bucket right here, because it's gonna turn from that color right there, which and that textured look, to this like nice smooth road over here, which I'm actually really excited about. I think it's gonna look really cool. So anyways, we're gonna do that in a time lapse, and I will see you guys on the other side. Well, I'm sure you guys have a better view than I do right here from that time lapse, but I gotta say this thing's looking pretty freaking awesome. So what I wanted to do now, in order to hide all this cobblestone that we have underneath, is I actually wanted to go and basically like outline it all with white concrete like this, and then more or less have it going all the way up here along the sides. And we're basically gonna work on creating like a bit of a, I don't know what you'd really call it, but like basically just like an outline that's going to trace the whole bottom side of it as much as we can like this, and probably just like cover it all. And then that'll give us an option for those guys. They're going to be probably big white pillars and things like that. I'm hoping they're going to look pretty cool. I think we're going to try and get from there to like here done today, and then if you guys like that, then we'll finish it up going around on the other sides. But the reason why I'm not doing them in the middle there is because I'm going to make these things look like they're kind of attached to this big tower that we're going to be building, which is going to eventually be going down into the water. It's not going to be all floating, so don't worry about that. But I'm going to go ahead and get some work done here with all the white concrete grind that I got going, and I will be back with you guys as soon as I can. So as soon as I started recording that, I noticed we have a giant face over here now. Somebody happened to put this here. Shop at Dreams Building Shop. Hey, well, that's pretty cool. Well, got a nice giant face right here, so we'll be sure to stop by the town and check out his shop here in a little bit, because I'm curious to see what he was able to build there. You know, if he's got a building shop, I got high expectations for this one, so we'll stop by there later on. So I'm thinking we're actually going to be going with cyan. I think cyan's actually going to be a pretty good color, and we're going to need a lot of it regardless for buildings later on, because I think it's awesome. Like that right there is an awesome color, and then what the block itself looks like is pretty cool. So I'm actually going to go ahead and spend some time back here breaking away on some cyan blocks, because we're going to need a lot of it, and we're going to need to place it above like floating things, so we can't do it as dye to start. So I will see you guys in a little while once I break all this crap. Alright, so I decided to not make all of it because I got a little bored, to be honest. That's kind of why I stopped, but also because I'm on a bit of a time crunch here. Of course, this is the last video. I don't know why I always do DV last, but it just works out that way every single week. I do Decidedly Vanilla last. I'd like record all my building with whip ones because I think I want them to be like closer to actually being live for the DV ones in case people on the server come by the base or something. Actually, we got to place the grass back in as we go. So yeah, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna make our first little band here, and I want to show you guys what it's gonna look like. And it's basically just gonna kind of come straight up like that, and it's more like a supporty type thing that'll be going across. And let's see what it looks like. I think this is a good way that we can have like the lights come up, like I said earlier, and it should be able to be right there and something like that. I don't know, I think these guys look kind of cool once we got more of them in here, but just like a band like that to help break up the like constant white that we have going on. So if we count over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go 11. Let's go 10 blocks in between. Then we can do this, bring it all the way over, and then it'll kind of help. I'm hoping with the corners here. And yeah, so that'll look pretty good. Let me go ahead and get a few more of these in place and we can get a bigger look at what's going to be going on here. All right, so from up here, this does look a little interesting, but I think it's because we're going around the curve. I think on like the longer ends it'll be pretty cool. I still got to figure out what I want to be doing as far as like a railing on this guy, or if we want to just leave it. We could do iron bars or something like that. I think that's actually like our only option really. So we got to figure that out. Anyways, here I kind of connected that one up to there, and it's a nice little like triangle connection-y thingy mabop. I don't really know, but these are all straight lines, and let's take a look at this together from a little bit of a distance and see what it looks like. Okay, I could get behind that. I think if we work on it a little bit, that could be pretty cool. So you guys will have to let me know what you guys think about this. And yeah, I don't really know what to do for the pillars or the lights in general right now. So if you guys have ideas for any of those, I'm leaning towards like sea lanterns on some sort of a post with like stained glass holding them up or something like that. Could be kind of cool. Cannot get up that. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. I think that's going to do it for today's episode. I think in the future, or in the very near future, we're actually going to be moving towards making a few more skyscrapers because I'm really raring up to get another one going. I got to kind of get a plan for it going. I want to work on like a sugarcane tower going next. So if you guys have any ideas or color schemes, honestly, give me a color scheme or something like that to work with. That would be super cool. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like if you did enjoy, subscribe if you loved it, and I will see you guys in the next episode. See ya.